Hello, my name is Marty Windle and welcome to the SBL Guru podcast. What we do in this podcast is we take a concept from the ACCA Strategic Business Leader exam and we try and apply it in a real life company or real life organization. So today we're going to look at Section C of the syllabus, which is all about strategy. And in particular, we're going to look at the ideas under Section 2E, which is generic development directions using Ansoff's matrix. The Ansoff matrix is used to identify different ways in which we can develop our business strategy in the future based around products and markets. We're going to take that concept and apply it to somebody who you may be very familiar with, and that person is Taylor Swift. If you've never heard of Taylor Swift, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? This singer-songwriter started off at the age of 16, has now become the second richest self-made woman in the US music industry. And analysts estimate that her latest Eras tour will surpass the $1 billion mark. So what strategies is Taylor Swift using to develop that $1 billion tour and to be very successful in the music industry? Let's first of all start off with Ansoff's present product and present market. So what you do is you stay with the same product, you stay in the same market, and what you do is you go for market penetration. Market penetration is all about increasing market share in the current market. So when Taylor started off in 2006, her initial background was in country music, but there's a limited market for country music, although it's very big in the USA. It's got a limited market. So what she did was she transitioned from country into pop with her albums Red and 1989. This allowed her to effectively target a much wider group of potential customers. Now, Taylor's also had a very strong relationship with her fans, and she's always giving fans extra or giving them something really exciting. One element of this is her secret sessions, where she offers selected fans exclusive previews of her upcoming music and cultivates a deeper bond between her and her fans. She also frequently comments on the social media of her fans, making it very exciting. They've got a message from Taylor Swift, and it creates a lot of engagement with their fans. She also offers some fans an opportunity to visit her house, where she'll go over there and bake cookies for them and talk about her music and play the latest album. So there's always an opportunity. People are always wanting to get more from Taylor, and she's very good at putting in puzzles into her albums, so people get very excited trying to solve the puzzles. So it creates that engagement level with her fans, which increases her market penetration, increases her market share. Taylor is also the master of social media. She's got 265 million followers on Instagram, and she uses that once again to engage with her fans and to build her brand name, which has a subsequent impact on the number of records that she sells. So market penetration is all about gaining market share. And some of the things she does are really genius. She's just re-recorded some of the original albums that she did not own and then sell them to fans again. So they bought it once and then they're going to buy it again. So this is kind of genius level marketing. So what Ansoff talks about is once you've got your present product and present market, you must look for new opportunities. So a new opportunity that Ansoff talks about is product development. What product development is selling new products to your current customers. It's quite common for bands to sell t-shirts at concerts, but Taylor takes it one step further. She has her own online store which sells unique things like vinyl records. They even sell cassettes and CDs on there. Some of these records that they sell in her online store have got extra bonus tracks that have not been previously released. So it creates some kind of limited edition, some cachet of having those new products or new albums. It's not just t-shirts that people buy from concerts, but on her website, she's also got everything from crew-neck sweatshirts, which kind of emphasize her style and her sense of fashion. This allows fans to emulate her look. There's also a whole range of very wholesome things you can buy from her store. Things like bracelet making kits, which directly appeal to her target market. So all these products are generating revenue for the Taylor Swift empire. So product development, you've got an established market. What you do is you sell new products to that established market, people who already know your product and already know your brand name. Now, the next thing Ansoff talks about is moving into new markets. So you stick with your same product, but you move it into a new market. And Taylor has been very successful in terms of her market development. She's gone from a US-based artist to becoming a global-based artist. And what she's tried to do is tailor some of her songs to make it more attractive for global customers to buy her products. She re-recorded songs in Spanish and Japanese to connect to fans worldwide. This allowed her to build a fan base in different countries, especially in Southeast Asia. To build on this fan base in Southeast Asia, she did collaborations with the K-pop band BTS. So she's trying to, again, get into that market, associate it with very popular products in that market already. So it's like a partnership arrangement to gain entry into that new market. She's also moved on to social media in other countries. She's very popular on the Chinese platform Weibo. So again, allows her songs, her music to penetrate into those overseas markets. And that's what market development is all about. Take your product that's been very successful in your home market and send that product into the overseas markets. And that's what Taylor has done. And she's built a global business there. And that's helped her to sell $1 billion of tickets for her era tour. She's also worked strategically with overseas governments. I know recently in Singapore, she had a concert for 7 nights, and that was the only concert in Southeast Asia. So she actively worked with the Singapore government to have an exclusive concert where she only performed in Singapore and no other countries in Southeast Asia. This was sponsored by the government of Singapore. So this is a really amazing way to have a partnership to develop in new markets and to make sure you maximize your level of growth. Now, the last strategy from Ansoff is diversification. Diversification is where you go for new products and new markets at the same time. So what has Taylor done? Well, she's often moved into unrelated areas which fall outside the music sphere, fall outside her original brand name. She lent her voice to the animated characters in the movie The Lorax, and she's acted in a feature film called Amsterdam, which showcased her acting talent. So she's moving outside her current area of music and moving into unrelated areas like acting and voice acting. She also published a poetry book, a poetry collection in 2019 called The Lover. So she's moving outside her traditional sphere of music, moving into unrelated areas. Now, you can do that if you've got a very good brand name. That's where you can build on your brand and move into unrelated areas outside your original area. And it's really been a very successful strategy for her. So that covers the 4 quadrants of the Ansoff Growth Matrix. So if you are thinking about the SBL exam, what you might be asked to do in the SBL exam is to recommend strategies for a company to pursue in the future. So if you're going to recommend strategies, Ansoff is a great tool you can use in the examination. What it will allow you to do is to have 4 quadrants, 4 potential strategies you can use. And all you've got to do is relate those strategies directly to the case study or the company in the case. So you've got market penetration, you've got product development, you've got market development, and you've got this unrelated diversification. So it gives you 4 quadrants to work on. Remember, the SBL exam is all about application. So you've got to apply those ideas into the case study. But what Ansoff gives you is a nice framework, a nice model, which you can then apply in the exam. Well, that's enough from me talking about Taylor Swift. Have a great day ahead, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast. If you are taking your ACCA exam and need additional help, please get in touch and find out about my paid courses. I'll put a link in the description of this podcast.